Hello, world. This is Talkin Live, and we are defining the word democracy. Okay, kind of in a William F. Buckley way. Why don't we talk about democracy? If William Buckley was here, he could really burn your ears off, but you're stuck with Lamar. So, democracy is a country or a people that get together and form a government that and laws that everyone has a right to free speech. They have a right to vote. They have a right to express their feelings and bring out what they think's best for the country. This democracy is people gathering together and reasoning about all the things that's happening and the reasoning among others in the group about what should be in the country. Our country was founded in 1776. We had the Bill of Rights, we had the Constitution, and all these things we had. And it seems today, 100, 250 something years nearly, that people can't get together and form a democracy. We have a group that says democracy is me telling you that you can't burn down a stove. We have a democracy together that lets our country be overrun, but God knows what with and who and what they're bringing. Now, and the biggest part of the people of this country, the United States, is not really happy about that. But the other bad part is that we have a group of people that say they know and they want to do what's best for the country. And that's democracy to them because it's one way, their way. The people has no idea how to survive or take care of themselves. But they've done it for 200 and something years, and all of a sudden we got these foreigners coming in here and winding up in our Congress. I'm not saying what color they are or what race they are. I'm saying foreigners. They are foreigners till they come here and they become American citizens. And they are a part of that democracy when they become American citizens. 50,000 or 100,000 Mexicans coming across the border is not a part of our democracy. Here, this word democracy is being destroyed, and I look around and I see the people that's saying it's being destroyed are the ones destroying it. If a group of people tells you you can't do this and you can't do that, you can't talk about it, you can't get on television, you can't because you're censored, that's not democracy. That's called freedom of speech. And then you got democracy. Democracy is when you have the right to stand up for what you believe. It may not be right. It might be right, or it may not be right. But democracy is something that we have lost the meaning of. We didn't lose it because we gave it up. It's the people that don't believe in it trying to take it away. Our elected officials, and you know, and you too, this is freedom of speech. People that tell me not to say what I feel and what I believe in, you have destroyed my democracy. If I feel like voting for Trump, Harris, or any of the people running for president, my democracy is that I vote for what's best for my country. I vote and I try to bring people together and open their eyes to see what democracy is. Democracy is freedom of speech and all these different things that we did years ago. We didn't have the government telling we can't have a wood stove or a gas burning heater, or we had to switch from cars or gas burning cars over to EV. Is that democracy? That someone tells you, now you gotta just say, oh, you can afford a decent car that burns gas, and the government's gonna come to you and tell you you got to get you an electric car. And that to me is telling me that we're losing our democracy. Democracy is only democracy if it's in the hands of the people that want to tell you what to do. Now that's democracy. But if they want you to jump and say, ow, that's democracy to them. Democracy is a freedom of speech, as I've said. It's a freedom to vote. And you that come across the border, when you become citizens, you have that freedom to vote when you become a citizen of the United States. And for the other side to come to tell you or cheat, lie, and do something crooked to give you that right to vote, that is not democracy, because it's taking the rights of all the people that come from other countries that worked hard, become American citizens. They had to do that. And you just come across the border and all of a sudden you are able to vote. That's not democracy. Everybody has to pay the price, or should have to pay the price, to become an American. They should prove they're American. Now, AOC, we support Puerto Rico. We keep Puerto Rico up. But she comes here from Puerto Rico and she tries to change our democracy. I hate your way of trying to destroy our democracy because of your believe in what you want it to be. See, you come from a country that had no democracy. Why didn't you stay there and change that country and bring democracy to your own country? I had a meeting with the Chinese yesterday that I know for years. They come to see me, and we hadn't seen another 20 years, 10, 15 years, and they come to see me, and I hadn't seen one, and it was great you bring in. And I told them, sitting right there in front of them, eye to eye, I said, if you had freedom and democracy in China, wouldn't you rather be in China? They laughed and they grinned. I said, don't let, you love your country. I said, you love your country, but you don't have the democracy, you don't have the freedom to do anything to better yourself. That's why you're here. And that's why a lot of people coming across the border, they want to better themselves. But they should be a wall or a big door that opens up and comes open, and you walk through it, and you prove you're not a drug dealer. You're just a person to make it. But see, our democracy we have now takes all the work and all the money that we work for to have an American dream and been given to people overseas or coming to the border. Ukraine, you sent all this money over there, and you sent all these weapons over there, and that's crooked. That's a mafioso. That's the biggest crooked country. Drug dealing, so drugs and all those things, it's like here in America. This becoming America. We're losing our democracy because our elected officials are letting it happen. They want it. And dealing with people like China and Korea and all these different countries, if the communists that takes this country over, you're going to lose your job. That means you might get in a line, they line them up and they shoot them. Because there's no democracy in communism. There's nothing good in communism. You think you can sit around, you write check and lay around, drink your Heineken, your Corona, your old English beer and all that cheap beer. Black label. I hate it. Always hate it. But anyway, you think that is democracy to sit around and not let people live by working and saving and taking that money to sit around while other nations are coming here taking your jobs? You don't have no say so because you lost the idea of a democracy. You lost the knowledge of democracy. democracy is something that people put together and they work together and they become a nation. They become one, and they become a nation that works for the people. That's a democracy. You, the guy elected, a lot of you elected, and I just have to say this to you, Donald Trump. Why don't you keep your mouth off of Camp? Why do you have to talk about him? He did what you do. He did what he thought was right. So, humble yourself a little bit. Don't bring up Harris because she's mixed. Her genes are mixed with two different races. She's still a woman. She's running for president. Color don't have nothing to do with it. Where she's Indian, chief, renegade, Mexican, or whatever she is, and you probably got a little yours mixed with you, dog. But what I'm saying is, I'm going to vote for you, but I want you to know everything you say is not right. I don't like her either. But stay off the race thing. If this is a democracy, no matter what color you are, we all supposed to be one nation. It don't matter where you come from, as long as you come here, you become an American. You start working hard, you become, and race don't mean nothing. If you vote because of a color, then you have no democracy. You have no idea what you're doing, because it's not about color. It's not about what we do in our life, our private life. It's about America. It ain't about Donald Trump and Stormy Daniels. It ain't about Donald Trump putting up this, saying his house was worth $2 million and it's worth $3 million. Or, I mean, but he said it was worth $3 million and it's worth $2 million. To him, it probably was worth $3 million. That's part of democracy. Nobody lost money. Nobody got cheated. Democracy is this way to me. If I get caught with a bunch of secret paperwork that I'm not supposed to have, I took and throw it in my garage or put it in my Mar-a-Lago house, and one gets prosecuted for it and the other don't, that's not democracy. If America's going to ever come back, they're going to have to come together and be a democracy. Not talk about how it's being destroyed and being part of the destruction, but why don't you ask some of these other countries, these leaders, are you a democracy? They don't know what it is because they never had it. But Americans had democracy. And it's losing it to one side. Not to both sides, but one side and a lot of you Republicans out there, you vote for the wrong reason, trying to save your position in the government. I told somebody the other day I never seen a politician go in office and then come out rich. Something's in there. What makes you think about that? I think it's not democracy. A person that goes in office should stand for democracy. And because someone that may beat them in the election accuses someone of destroying democracy when they have destroyed our economy, destroyed our jobs, and done all, Jack, cause the food to go up, cause everything to go up, because some wild idea that they think they're going to save the planet. And the only people that's going to save the planet is when American people and other countries get together and they really get together and have a democracy to be able to come together. China needs to come together, and all of them needs to come together, and they need to come up with something that will keep the pollution down. Manufacturers need to come up with things that won't be so much waste in the containers that we throw away each day. The garbage. We got more garbage in the landfills and in the ground and streams. And you know what? If it was a real democracy, it wouldn't be that way. And to you people don't believe in God, don't believe what the Bible said, I believe that America is destroying its own self by the sin and the crookedness and the deceit. I used to go to a lot of different countries, do deals, Brazil, Puerto Rico, and, you know, American and try to do deals with people there. And I thought, here I am, this country, and they're all crooked. And then I come back to the United States, and I see the United States get just like them. It's not like I said on the show the other day. You want people to be freedom of speech. In China, you want them now rights. North Korea, Russia, all these places, you want to see them have a democracy. But actually, you don't want nothing but the power that you get from holding that office that American people paid you to keep our democracy. God bless you.
Thanks for joining us today. To watch this show again, be sure to visit talkinlive.com. We now have Roku and Amazon Fire TV channels for you to watch from your home TV. Or find more of our recent shows on most any of your favorite social media platforms. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Good night, world. We will be talking live with you next time. The views and opinions expressed on all Talkin' Live presentations are those of the host and their guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of the Talkin' Live TV broadcast studio, or by this channel or its management.
Hello, world. Using today's latest technologies, we are quickly expanding our network and are now airing in several markets around the country. Everything from ABC to CBS and NBC station affiliates. We look forward to hearing valuable opinions from everyone from different backgrounds in the markets we now serve. Be sure to share our broadcast with all your friends and family, a place where they can express their opinion on current events freely with your host Lamar Bearden. We are still talking live every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on talkinlive.com and everywhere you find streaming online content.
Welcome to Talkin Live Classics TV. Reserve this spot on our Classics channel today to advertise your business or showcase an upcoming event. We not only provide broadcasting for EPB customers, but we also stream 24/7 on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and online at timelessclassicstv.com. Call our advertising department at 423-290-9194. That's 423-290-9194 to find out more about placing your spot here. Mention code Classics 2023 for your discounted rate today.
Hello, everybody. This is Lamar Bearden of TalkinLive.com. I have my co-host here with me, and we have other co-hosts that are just great people that come on our show from out in Hollywood, directors, other guests that come here, political people. We don't allow racists. We don't allow foul language on here. So if you want to call in, you be able to call in. We have a telephone number that comes on your screen while we're doing the show. And we just want people to realize that they have a place, a network, and it's not biased about what you say. We might not agree with you, but you have that freedom to say what you have to say. You can email us. You can let us know what you're thinking. We'd like for you to call in, tell us how you feel about our show. We'd like for you to email us at talkinlive@gmail.com. We would like for you to go to Roku, YouTube, and there's 20 other medias you can go to and find us. So we want all of you people to pass the word out. We're spending money. We're putting up billboard signs. We want the whole world to know about Talkin Live, and we want the whole world to give us their opinions. Be sure and tune in to Talkin Live, your freedom of choice and speech network.